Hello and welcome to Bible Dues. This is a Bible quiz with 10 questions, which also has explanations at the end of each of them. Answer A. Moses. Deuteronomy 34:10. Since then, no prophet has risen in Israel like Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face. Moses was one of the few human beings who lived on earth to know God intimately. When Moses meets God in the mountain, in Exodus 34, God tells him that he can only look at his back as he is in his full presence. The fact that Moses was allowed to see God in his glory proves us how intimate relationship God had with Moses. Answer B. Naomi. Folk, Ruth 1:20. Don't call me Naomi, she told them. Call me Mara, because the Almighty has made my life very bitter. Naomi means pleasant, and Mara means bitter in Hebrew. Naomi was called Mara because she was experiencing a lot of bitter experiences in her life. She lost her husband and 2 sons. Answer B. Saul. 1 Samuel 10:1. Then Samuel took a flask of olive oil and poured it on Saul's head and kissed him, saying, "Has not the Lord anointed you ruler over his inheritance?" The Israelites asked Samuel for a king. God told Samuel to accept people's request and anoint Saul as the first king of Israel. Samuel anointed Saul as the king with oil. He ruled Israel for 42 years and united the tribes of Israel. Answer A. Jephthah. Judges 11:11. So Jephthah went with the elders of Gilead, and the people made him head and commander over them. And he repeated all his words before the Lord in Mizpah. In the Judges, we see Jephthah spoke all his words at Mizpah. Mizpah means watchtower or place of observation. It is the place where people gather for important assemblies. He made a vow to God that if he is victorious against the Ammonites, he would offer the first person who comes out of his house as sacrifice to God. It turned out to be his daughter, who came out of the house first. Answer D. Nebuchadnezzar, Daniel 3:1. King Nebuchadnezzar made an image of gold, 60 cubits high and 6 cubits wide, and set it up on the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. Nebuchadnezzar made an image of gold, 60 cubits high and 6 cubits wide in Babylon. He made the people worship the image when they heard music. He threatened the people to throw into fire if they do not worship the image. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused to worship the image. They were thrown into the fire, and the king was amazed to see how God protected them. Answer A. Pethuel, Joel 1:1. The word of the Lord that came to Joel, son of Pethuel. He is primarily known as the father of prophet Joel. The word Pethuel in Hebrew means vision of God or God's deliverance. The Bible does not provide any additional information about Pethuel. Through Joel, the son of Pethuel, the message of repentance and hope continues to speak to believers across generations. It is believed that Pethuel had a spiritual and parental influence in the life of prophet Joel. Answer: B. Nineveh, Jonah 3:10. When God saw what they did and how they turned from their evil ways, he relented and did not bring on them the destruction he had threatened. Nineveh was filled with sin and cruel people. God warned the people through Jonah and gave them a 40-day deadline to change their ways. The king of Nineveh believed God, and the whole country fasted. God heard their prayer and repentance, and he spared the city from destruction. Answer: A. Centurion, Matthew 8:10. When Jesus heard this, he was amazed and said to those following him, "Truly I tell you, I have not found anyone in Israel with such great faith." The centurion's servant was dying, and he sent messengers to Jesus to heal him. Jesus healed him without going to the centurion's house. The centurion had faith in Jesus that he would be able to heal his servant. Jesus looked at the crowd and said, "I have not seen such faith in all of Israel." Answer: A. John the Baptist, Luke 1:44. As soon as the sound of your greeting reached my ears, the baby in my womb leaped for joy. The leaping of the baby was in response to Mary's greeting, which was the mother of Jesus the Messiah. Leaping was an indication of John's acceptance of Jesus as the Son of God. It highlighted John as the forerunner of Christ. Answer: C. John called Mark, Acts 15:37-39. 37. Barnabas wanted to take John, also called Mark, with them. 38. But Paul did not think it wise to take him, because he had deserted them in Pamphylia and had not continued with them in the work. 39. They had such a sharp disagreement that they parted company. Barnabas took Mark and sailed for Cyprus. Paul and Barnabas were in Antioch after the first missionary journey. Barnabas wanted to take John Mark for the second journey. Paul was against this idea, as Mark had abandoned them during their first journey. This disagreement was so big, and they parted ways. Paul and Silas joined together for Syria. Barnabas and Mark joined together for Cyprus. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos.